This is Bloomberg Markets. I'm John Erlichman. Our next guest is well suited to weigh in on the state of the economy. He operates one of the biggest companies in this country, and he built it from scratch. The Jim Pattison Group is a massive operation with exposure to advertising, commodity markets, real estate, grocery stores, entertainment, and more. And for Jimmy Pattison, it all started with a single car dealership in 1961. Working hard and having fun doing so is the approach Pattison takes as he prepares to celebrate his 95th birthday this fall. He is chairman and CEO of the Jim Pattison Group, and he joins us now from Vancouver. Jimmy, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for including me today.
I hope things are going well, and a lot of people are trying to figure out where the economy is headed these days. What's your sense of what's going on right now? How are you feeling about the state of affairs?
Well, we're optimistic. We think that, well, at least I tend to like what's happening. We couldn't have had better neighbors than the Americans, and they're doing well. And I think that overall, I'm very optimistic what's coming.
You often hear this description of the economy as being resilient, or of the consumer being resilient. Is that what you're alluding to, that you're seeing people, even with worries around inflation or interest rates, that are still spending?
Well, absolutely. We're optimistic in what we see. Everything's not perfect, but certainly I don't remember many times that I don't think we felt more optimistic than we do today.
That's a really interesting bullish view, because, as you know, there are some economists on Bay Street and Wall Street who are painting a pretty grim picture. Now, in terms of your business activity, and it is sizable in very different industries, are you positioning those businesses for an optimistic path ahead?
Absolutely.
And in terms of, let's say, the consumer part of your business that would have exposure to areas like entertainment, you feel like the consumer is going to continue to spend even if these interest rates stay at high levels?
Well, in our experience right now, the entertainment business has been very good to us right as we speak.
One of the other issues that I know a lot of Canadians have been grappling with is, if you want to go to a summer concert, you go to the movies. Obviously, everybody coming out of the pandemic was very much willing to do some of that spending. But inflation has eaten into pocketbooks. We see that story play out at the grocery store. You have a sizable grocery operation yourself. What are you seeing in the trends amongst your shoppers right now?
Well, I can't be as specific as somebody that's in the business on a daily basis, but what we see generally is we're very optimistic and positive in the food business that we're in. In fact, we're involved in growing our business right now in the U.S.
On the grocery side as well?
On groceries.
And it's just this belief that maybe some of the pessimists on the economy, maybe they've got it wrong. That you've got this view of expanding at a time of uncertainty.
Well, sometimes the best time to expand is when things are negative, because you can buy things at a lower price than when things are bouncing around very, very high. So, but by and large, we're optimistic on the way we see the economy, certainly the businesses that we're in.
The reality of inflation is that for certainly for a lot of employees, there is this desire to be paid more. We have seen a number of labor negotiations across the country, sometimes in the grocery industry, but certainly in your neck of the woods there in Vancouver. We've been talking about the BC port strikes, which obviously impacted quite a fair bit of business. You have a sizable stake in a business that, for example, exports coal. Can you tell us what your view was of the BC port strike? What did you make of it?
Well, I'm not a good person to ask that question to, because we look at the big picture, and that anytime you're in the harbor business or where you got shipping coming and going, you always have a very important focus on the labor. And labor overall has been very positive in this part of the world, and certainly from time to time we're going to have hits, but usually it gets worked out satisfactorily.
One of the things that we're trying to work out in Canada this summer as well is all of this wildfire activity and unusual weather, and some would point to some of the climate realities that we're living through right now. In our past conversations, you've talked about focusing on a greener business, on making that a priority for the Jim Pattison Group. What has been your reaction to some of this unpredictable weather that we're seeing here in 2023?
Well, there's nothing we can do about what the weather does. All we can do is react and do what we think we can do better. And we have no complaints at all. Certainly, the weather is a factor every day, but for the part of the country we live in, we've been very positive on the way things are.
But you have been transitioning your business in many ways to address some of the climate concerns. Is that correct?
I would say we've always had the concern of the weather, the business that we're in, and British Columbia's got rain on a regular basis. But today we're not negative on the big picture at all in British Columbia or the economy.
Well, let's talk a little bit about technology. There's been a big focus so far this year on artificial intelligence. A lot of people are wondering about how technology is going to continue to change business. Are you thinking more about technology or things like artificial intelligence and how it might impact your businesses?
Well, we're not, at least I'm not smart enough to know what's coming on technology, but all I know we can do is adjust and keep adjusting to stay in the game. And in fact, the technology is very positive, in my opinion, for everybody. And so we just have to adjust to it. The main thing is we got to be competitive.
And staying competitive, we talked about the consumer parts of your business on the grocery store side, entertainment. Within the business of media, which is certainly an area you have notable exposure as well, we had been hearing about an advertising recession. You talked about your business view generally has been a good one. Do you have any general views on what's happening in the advertising market, or how you feel about it going forward?
Well, certainly we are seeing a conservative time in the advertising business. We're in it, but it's certainly not got as much bounce as we've seen in the past many times. But we've been through the valley before, and the key is watch our costs and make sure that our customers get good service, and we do our part.
One issue for a lot of Canadians right now is affordability, and certainly one of the challenges is high home prices. Right now we have a rapidly growing population to help fuel Canada's economy going forward. But this issue of being able to afford a place to live still seems to be a challenge, maybe more challenging than ever. What's your view on the housing story, and how come we can't get it solved? How come it's so challenging to create more housing supply?
Well, it all starts with lumber when you talk about housing, because you're talking about building apartment blocks and houses and all of the things that you know about. And of course, a lot of the key to that is interest rates.
Yeah.
And so it starts with interest rates, and we all know what's happening there.
All right. On the housing front, I do want to mention that the home that you lived in for many years, people might have seen these headlines recently that it's now going to be relocated, become a counseling center. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how that all unfolded.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just the fact that.
Okay, I know. We had a house that we lived in on the water in Vancouver, in West Vancouver, and the government, the local government wanted to want the house because it was on the waterfront, right on the water, and they wanted, and they were absolutely right. A house, a lot of people, they can turn it into a beach and a nice picnic area. So we were very supportive. Although the house had been very good to us, we lived in it right on the water. Couldn't have had a better location, but today they're going to turn it into a better kind of opportunity for the public with a park, and we're totally supportive of that.
As we wrap up our interview here, Jimmy, I mentioned this fall you'll celebrate your 95th birthday, and still going strong here, getting to work and working hard every day. What's the driving force, Jimmy? What's got you motivated to keep coming into the office each and every day?
Well, historically, it's been the debt at the banks that we've had. Ever since we went in business, the bank started, they loaned us $40,000 when I got started, and we kept building it up over the years. And so I've always had lots of incentive because we've always had lots of debt. But actually, right now, our debt has come down because business has been good, and we haven't been expanding as fast as we'd like.
Well, there you go. You can take that to the bank. How's that?
You can take it to the bank, and the banks have been very good to us.
Jimmy, thank you.